here with you tonight. I'm going to be going on air tonight, so I just was going to give myself a quick little trim up. Something I do quite often. Now, I, of course, have a stylist, just like I'm sure you do. Patty does my hair mostly at the salon, though all the girls at Calista do a great job, so I can pop in anytime. But it seems like, I don't know, every once in a while, because I was growing out my hair a little bit, I just shape it up a little myself. So I was talking to a few of you online recently and thought, okay, you asked me how I do it, so I'm just going to show you. So I've already done this side. So my hair, as you guys know, this was a little longer and this was very short. And so I've been growing this down a little bit so that I can have, eventually I think I want a little bit of a longer bob. So I've already cut my back line, as you can see. So if you notice, I have a big mirror right here that's on wheels, actually. And then I have the mirror from the station behind me. So it's very easy. I had to unbutton that, and I can just clean my line because I was letting a lot of the layers grow in. So all I'm going to be doing now is I'm just shaping these layers up so that my hair just falls kind of easily while I'm growing this stuff. So the bottom line is that I really started to grow a lot of the layers in. So it's easy to keep your line short while that's happening because there's no, so that I can still have a style and the shape. But a lot of you had asked me about, let me change my color. Yeah, I'll use this one. A lot of you asked me about, well, how do you do it? How is your cut? So first and foremost is this bottom line that's a little bit graduated, that has a little bit, as you can see, an angle. And then these layers that are in here, I just make sure are falling very, like I can see where my corners are. You're going to see this when I pull it. See that corner? So I can see where the heaviness is right in there, just because that corner's there. So as you can see how this side is just falling? And it's basically because I've taken this and I've kind of flipped that up and just cleaned those ends off. So that just cascades into that shape. And then doing that all the way through here. See wherever I see a corner? Now, believe me, I know a lot of you are going to be like, you're hardly cutting anything. Which, is the case because I'm trying to let my hair grow. But these corners that are in here make it kind of bulky, especially when I wear it curly. So it's good to just tweak those while it's growing so that this way, it doesn't drive me crazy as it's growing. So on this side, I can see right here I have a lot of weight. Though I want that to be growing in. So I'm really looking for, see how this is shorter, and there's a corner right in there? So I'm literally going to just softly take that, cut right into that corner so that it just goes right into place that way. You can see this right here, this corner? I'm going to find it. See all that? See how that's short, and then in the middle, there's a corner? And I kind of spread it out because, again, I'm trying to make my hair grow, which is a big feat for me because I'm constantly cutting it. But at the same time, I want it to be stylish. See how now that, just by taking that corner out, it just flows right in. It makes it so much easier. And I like that flickiness. I'm going to style it with the triangle in just a minute. So because I have both mirrors, I'm literally looking in the one to find where the weight is. And every time, see the short, and then there's a corner. So by me just kind of releasing these corners out a little bit, just lightening them up, it's going to make it easier for me to style my hair. It's kind of shocking that I cut my own hair to start with, and then to do it on live is even, see how that's just falling in a little bit better for me. Because I like when there's a little bit of lift to my style, like a lift up this way, even though I'm trying to grow it in. Can't keep my hands out of it though. Okay, again, I know that I'm not cutting much, but here's the thing about when you're letting your hair grow out, you really shouldn't be cutting much. That's the whole point of letting your hair grow out. And a lot of times, I know that, you know, my clients don't necessarily do this, but when someone decides to grow their hair out, they just are like, I'm just going to let it grow, and they don't get it cut at all or don't do anything. And it's so easy just to change the shape a little bit so that it's still growing, but it looks nice while it's growing. And that's just a matter of, again, tweaking that shape. So you can see what I did there, just so that just lays right into place. And I can see where the heavy stuff is. And so I'm just, yeah, as soon as I get there, there's like a big little corner that I lighten up. Sorry, I have to use both mirrors so you can see what I'm doing. There, and that's that graduation that everybody always asks about. That just kind of falls right in place. And then when my hair is curly, it lays perfectly too. But I was saying that a lot of times when people decide to let their hair grow out, they just grow it out and they hate it in the whole process because it's just, but I always find with my clients, you know, we do little shapings, and sometimes I don't cut that much. You know, I just cut certain areas so that it lays a little better for them, but not necessarily, see, that's already laying so much better. Yeah, see that side? See how now that just kind of falls in shape for me. I'm just getting the weight out of there. Trying to see if I see somebody. Oh, it's great to see Tina and Deanna and Ellen, Marianne. Wow, a bunch of you. Cindy, Angie. Hi, guys. What's everybody up to tonight? As I'm sitting here cutting my hair, I like it. The back looks thicker too. You're right, Debbie. So Debbie was just mentioning that the back looks thicker. Because guys, listen, I have really fine hair. I want you to see how fine this hair is. Super fine, right? But when I cut it with a graduation and a little bit of that layer, it just makes it look so much thicker. I'll show you the back. So it just has a little bit more fullness to it. Let's see. I can see right where all the weight is. Get my hair out of my eyes so I can see what I'm cutting. Yep. See, as soon as I can see when I look at it the weight, and then when I come up, I can see the weight in there. Again, I'm not taking a ton because I want to keep that. I want to keep these layers long up in here, but I still want some movement, and I want to get myself, when I want to get a little bit of height, I want to be able to do that. So by having a little bit of that there is good. And I just see some heaviness here. There it is. See, as soon as I pull up, see these little, a lot of times I just move it, cut it while I'm moving, just so that it has a lot of shape to it. Well, there we go. That's working. Alright, so now I'm going to take the triangle to it. I'm going to show you guys. Actually, I'm so excited that this is finally back in stock. So, I am just going to clip off my top. Look at this pretty pattern. It's so springy. I love daffodils. So, I'm just going to straighten and smooth this out a little bit. Kind of like the way it's, you know, it's just kind of cutting under a little bit. The blow dries pretty good. So I just did those guys, and then I'm going to part this off here. And I think I'm just going to accent this around my face a little bit by kind of flicking it. So I love the triangle for like these little details. There's nothing really round that could do this. Kind of just super little cute flick. This is literally 32 triangular shaped plates that are inside. I'm going to open, I don't know if I can open it up so you can see it. See those plates in there? There's 32 of them. And then they're covered by these 52 top quality nylon teeth. And so there's, you know, I can't burn myself. If I touch this to my face, it's fine because it protects from the heat. But these little triangular shaped plates allows me to do things that round and flat can't do. So if I just want it a little bit flicky, I can just kind of, and plus smooth, like I like getting right into that root and really smoothing that out, just so my hair has some movement. And it really takes all the fuzz out as well, which I had already done. I used the triangle before I cut it to smooth it some so that I could see where I was going. Now on the back, I think you guys can see if I turn. I like to get a little lift right here, so I'm going to go with the teeth straight up in there. Hold it for a second, flick it around. See how I'm flipping up? And this way you see the bump that I get. So that's just a little bit of fullness that I like back there. And this one I'm going to do the same way, but I'm going to kind of flick it back. And then I'll do that on this side too. So the thing that's so cool about the triangle, it's like, it's just stuff that no other tool can do. Like, you know, if I just want to flick it and add some lift and fullness and some, like, see the fluffiness I get out of it? As I go, I can spray. If I want to spray, I can add to it. I guess I didn't do this one here. This one I'm just going to flick in that direction. And now the top. See, I just like that cuteness. These are going under, but if I wanted them, like, I can go under with them or I can go out. So either way. And then right in the crown here, I just like to get a little lift. So I go right in there and then I turn up. You see? And then I just pull out and see that little bump that it gives me so that I have some more lift at my root. And this I like to kind of flick in this direction because just so that goes in that direction. But see how just like, it kind of, I always call it the detail tool. It just puts the details. I have a caliper right here that always likes to pop, so I just like to kind of comb that down a little bit so it lays. But I like to call it the detail tool because it's like things that you can't really do with any other tool, because a round tool would have curled my hair. If I wanted that, that's fine, but I didn't want that. I wanted more of the straight, flicky, fullness, volume, something that kind of shows off the new layers that I cut. I'm going to bring this back in this direction. I always say it's the things that your stylist does that you can't do. And all these cute little flickies. So what do you think about that? All right, I want to say hi to Kathy. Let's see if Deanna's watching, and Mary Jo. Susan. Hi, Susan. Oh, it's always good to see Susan. Got a cut on Friday. Did not like how the sides came out, so I watched some of your videos and fixed it myself. Yay! And now you like it? That makes me happy. See, it's not that difficult. The big thing, if you notice when I was cutting, is just a little bit at a time. You don't have to like go crazy. So what hairstyle are you working towards? So I'm working towards, I'd like to get to like here, but it's probably going to have the same shape. It's going to be an inverted bob. I'll show you guys soon. I'll do another video, but I don't think a lot of you have seen how curly my hair is naturally. So I like to grow my hair out in the summer so that I can wear it a little more curly because it shrinks up a lot. So I'm hoping by June that I'm to here. I'd like this to be to like my cheekbone, like everything maybe like a good 1.5 inches longer. But to be honest, I love this shape. So I wouldn't mind just this haircut a little bit longer. That's my goal. Karen said you look beautiful. You are so sweet. Love my hair. Thank you. And I did get this new color. How do you like my new color? So it's, we did some chunkier highlights and a little bit of balayage on the ends, which was kind of fun to move into a brighter summer. Thanks, Judy said it's cute. Joanne, thank you for love watching my videos and just seeing if you guys had any other questions. I love this tool. Yes, it's my 4 a.m. hair tool. Wow, why 4 a.m.? What are you doing up at 4 a.m.? You must be an early off to work girl. It's great for my thick wavy hair. Love it for that. What kind of hair extensions are good for fine hair? So hair extensions for fine hair, I mean, I guess you would want to do, you know, like great lengths or something, and I would just go to somebody who's really good, because I do find with my fine hair, I've had extensions before, if I leave them in too long, they kind of pull at my hair. Sometimes it works my hair a little hard. So sometimes when I put them in, I only leave them in for a couple of months and then get them out. Give the hair a little bit of break. So that's what I usually do. Thanks for loving it, Judy. I need that tool. I have fine hair. It's hard to get lift. So this is a great tool for lift. I know that a lot of people are a little bit challenged with the triangle. It's definitely one that has a learning curve. You want to go in, right, I'm touching my scalp, like literally touching my scalp. And then when I flip up, I'm still touching my scalp. That's how you get the lift into it. A lot of times I see people trying to do, see that bump I get right away? They kind of like come out here and they're trying to do that, and that's not really how you get lift. You got to go right into that scalp. And you could do it everywhere, like I did that section. If I want more lift over here, I can go right in that scalp. You got to hold it too, this way, and then hold it this way for 5 seconds. And then see the lift off of my scalp? So I did there, and that gave me a little bit more volume to my fine hair. Aw, Raina said, thank you, Raina, it's so pretty. Thank you for calling me pretty. That's so sweet. Makes my day. And I'd love to come back to Montana. I loved it there. We need to get me out there.